Hi everybody, I'm Emma Dalmain, the CEO of Autistic Inclusive Meets. I wanted to address a couple of points that come up on the page today. One was about person first language, and one was about the use of puzzle pieces. People are saying that they can use the puzzle piece if they want to, and that you can say that you have autism if you want to. So, I'm laughing because it is ludicrous. You do not have autism. I have dark hair, but I can change that. I can cut it off. I can go bald. I can dye it blonde. I have on a green top, but I can take it off. I have a ring on. I can take that ring off and put a different ring on. I have a nose. A horrible accident might happen. My nose might come off. There's nothing that's going to cause my autism to come off or go anywhere. Therefore, I do not have autism. Nobody has autism. They are autistic. Their brain, their neurological makeup is autistic. I think there's a lot of internalized ableism. A lot of autism doesn't define me. I beat autism today. And I've got to be honest, I think that's really sad. A lot of it is also parents, that don't want their child labeled. So it'll be, my child has autism, but autism doesn't have my child. It's just like... Now I'm going to explain the very real problem with this that I personally have and a lot of other autistic campaigners have. Trigger warning for talk of injury, abuse. Alright, so I campaign against autistic abuse. There are parents out there that are using chlorine dioxide bleach in oral solutions and enemas on their autistic children. They are doing this because they have read a book called Healing the Symptoms Known as Autism. No. And in this book it advises them that to rid their children of autism, they have to kill the parasites that are growing inside their children. To do this, they have to use enemas up into the colon and oral solutions with chlorine dioxide bleach in them. So obviously this is making children very sick. It's bleach. So there's vomiting, seizures, outbreaks on the skin, bowel lining loss, colon mucosa loss. There's also parents that are giving their children turpentine, GC-MAFA banned blood products, stem cell therapy, slapping therapy, hyperbaric therapy, so many types of abuse, okay? And these parents are doing this because they believe that their child has autism. But if they use these things, their child will not have autism anymore because they can get rid of it. No, they can't. What they're doing is torturing their autistic children and trying to purge their neurological makeup. It's impossible. You cannot have autism. If it makes you feel better to say that you have autism, that's your right. But just be aware of what you are promoting, the rhetoric that you are promoting by saying that. It's not a good one. It's one that's causing a lot of damage to people. As for the puzzle piece, it was originally made by the National Autistic Society. It had a crying child on it, so that it was, the missing piece. We don't fit in, and it's tragic. And then they changed it because, it was outdated and it should never have been used in the first place. And Autism Speaks, an American organisation, took it over, turned it blue, and it was Light It Up Blue because of the misguided, wrong view that more boys are autistic than girls. So we have Autism Speaks, who have I Am Autism. Please go and look that up. They have the Missing campaign, MSSNG. We are who is missing. We are not worthy of an I. We are not individuals. We are nothing. And Sound the Alarm. Please go and look these things up. Now, a puzzle piece for autism means it's until all the pieces fit, until a cure is found, until we are solved. The only way we are ever going to be solved, as we aren't a sickness, an illness, or a disease, or a vaccine injury, is if they bring in utero testing. So eugenics. That's how the puzzle will be solved. Now, if this is something that you agree with and you don't believe that we should exist, if you're autistic and believe that, I'm trying to get into the mindset of someone who would think that this is a good thing. I've heard people say that they believe that the world is puzzling and that they want to fit into it. But this then feeds into the rhetoric of us living in a separate world, which a lot of parents will, we have to get into their world. We're not in a separate world. We are in your world. And you need to include us. You need to support us. You need to presume competence. We are not in a separate world. We do not need to fit in. We do not need to be cured. We do not have autism. And the internalized ableism of an autistic who thinks that they have autism and that they need to use a puzzle piece is tragic to me. It actually hurts me. And that's it, really. It was meant to be a gentle talk, and it turned into a slight rant. But if you can just go and Google me or Amanda Siegler or Melissa Eaton and see the work we do and see the abuse that we see, have a look at images of CD autism, Emma Dalmain. Google that and look at what these parents are doing to their children. My dogs. Look at what these parents are doing to their children. Put in my name and put news and see what these parents are doing to their children because they believe they have autism. They believe they are with autism. They believe they're living with autism. Please stop. It needs to stop. Thank you.